So today I'm going to be throwing some unpopular opinions at you. That's right, I'm doing the unpopular opinion book tag. Before we get started, I just want to let you know that these are my opinions and mine alone. So if I'm throwing shade at one of your books that you love or one of your favourite characters, sorry not sorry. Alright, the first question is a popular book or series that you just didn't like. If you've been on my channel long enough, you probably know the answer to this, but this is the Divergent series. I read Divergent and I really enjoyed it. I read Insurgent and I felt about it. I was kind of really disappointed. I heard the spoiler for Allegiant and now I ain't got time for that. I'm not interested in it, and honestly, now I kind of looking back at it, I'm like, yeah, thinking about it, I don't think Divergent was actually that good. I know it's a popular series here on BookTube, but for me it's just like, I could read better things. Question number 2 is a popular book or series that everyone seems to hate, but you love. For this, I'm going with my sentimental answer, and that is the Twilight series by Stephanie Meyer. It's definitely not as great as when I first read it, but those nostalgic feelings I just can't shake. The first couple of books in the series are just kind of still for me, like I like them and I enjoy them, but I can definitely see faults of them. But whenever I get up to Breaking Dawn when I'm rereading the series, I'm like, yes, and I'm just back there, back to my whatever 15-year-old self, loving every moment of it. I know that the series cops a lot of hate, but personally it's still gonna always hold a special place in my heart. Number 3 is a love triangle where the main character ended up with that bitch that you did not want them to. Honestly, looking at my shelves, I couldn't really think of, like, you know, ending up with someone that they didn't want them to. However, I did come with an exception. This is in a movie, but it is based on a book series, so I think it's working, and it is the movie of the Harry Potter series. I think you know where I'm going with this. I don't like movie and Harry Ginny together. Throwing it out there. In the books, I could kind of get behind Harry and Ginny. However, I think in both formats, but especially the movie, I'm Harry and Hermione all the way. Especially movie Ginny. She's so bland and boring, and I know that that wasn't the actress's fault. I don't know whose fault it was, but honestly, she's so bland and boring, and I'm like, bitch, please get off my screen. Like, I love her in the books, but in the movie, I ain't got time for that, and I definitely think Hermione suited Harry a lot more better in the books. And I always kind of felt, another unpopular opinion here, that Hermione was settling with Ron. Don't know, I just think she settled with Ron. Question number 4 is a popular book genre that you hardly ever reach for. Not sure if this necessarily classes as a book genre, but classic books for me are just not really my thing. I find it really hard to connect to the writing and read the old English, and I just, for that reason, don't really connect to the storylines, and I hate them. When I was in high school, I was such a big reader, but they were the books that I skipped and I read Spark Notes on. I did an essay on Pride and Prejudice, which I didn't even read. I didn't even read most of the Spark Notes, and somehow I still managed to pass that class. I don't know how I did it. But yeah, hardly ever will you see me turn to classics and read them. There are definitely some exceptions, but most of the time, not my thing. Question number 5, I think I might get some hate for, but it is the popular character from a book or series that I didn't like. Rowan from the Throne of Glass series. I do not like him. I find him arrogant, I find him annoying, and if you have read Queen of Shadows, definitely don't think that that match works out. I'm not Team Rowan, nor will I ever be, and I just can't get behind it. I don't like it, I don't want it, and I don't want to read about it. I know I have to move past Kale. Kale, my baby, I'm sorry, but there are still so many better options, and just Rowan just for some reason irks me. In Heir of Fire, for me that was the slowest book in the series, and it was so slow, and the scenes of Rowan was just, I don't know, just wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy my time reading them as much, and I think it's partly for that and that I'm not Team Rowan that I can't get behind it. Sorry Rowan, but I don't like you. Number 6 is a popular book author that I just can't get behind, like I can't really get into, and that is Ellen Hopkins. From what I know, all of her books are written in poems, like in verse, and I don't like it. I've read one book from her, I can't remember what it was called. I want to say it was called Impulse, but I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't like the way it was written. I found the stories bland, the characters even blander, and I just didn't like it. I didn't think the world building was fantastically. I don't know if it was because it was written in verse or whatever, but yeah, and I just have no real interest in trying and picking up another one of her works. I know she's popular, but it's not for me again. Number 7 is a popular book trope that I'm just tired of seeing. Definitely love triangles. There are some exceptions to this when love triangles are done well. Mainly I'm looking at You, Clockwork Princess, fantastic love triangle, and the Some I Turn Pretty series also has a fantastic love triangle. But apart from those rare exceptions, love triangles are generally annoying, overdone, and generally the main character knows who they're going to end up with anyway. It's generally when a character can't choose between two dicks, and I say this because most of the time the two characters that she's torn up about are generally both hot looking guys and she wants both of their dicks, alright? However, she knows which one she really wants more, but she wants to be greedy or whatever and go for both, but they're not going to be behind that. They don't want that kind of thing. They want her to choose, and so in the end, she'll choose the one that she knew she wanted all along, and it's annoying AF. Number 8 is a popular book or series that I just have no interest in reading. Obviously, I don't want to finish the Divergent series, so I don't want to read Allegiant, but I thought I would choose something different, since we've already mentioned Divergent in this tag, so I'm choosing the Vampire Diaries. I'm not sure necessarily if it is a popular book series, but I do see enough to be able to warrant to put it in this tag. Sometimes I think to myself, oh, maybe I should try and pick it up, or maybe I should try and watch the TV show, and then I think to myself, better not. Just no interest in it, really. Question number 9 is what TV or movie or adaptation did you like better than the book? I had a couple of answers for this to choose from. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, generally the movie can, or whatever it can be, just be spectacular. I really like Marley and Me, but I think I like the movie just slightly a little bit more, but I didn't go with that one. I went with instead the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. From my earlier question, you can tell that I just didn't like Pride and Prejudice. I didn't read it. However, I really enjoyed the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, which is a series here on YouTube. It's like short clips and it's hilarious, it's funny, it's modern, it's up to date, and it's great. If you have not heard of it, do yourself a favor, spare up a couple of your hours of your day and go watch it. Just binge watch it all. It's all here on YouTube and it's fantastic. So yeah, that was the Unpopular Opinions tag. Hopefully I didn't throw too much shade at your favorite books or book characters. I'm sorry if I did. They're not for me. Let me know in the comments below what is a favorite book character that you just don't like, that you can't get behind, because I'm really interested to know that one. And like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more book related videos to me, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye!